Hello, this is the box you can order from Razzo through the email published on my webpage. And this housing is good for the LNA4ALL and for the LNA4HF. I will try to explain you quickly how to assemble the LNA inside the housing. So what you will get in the kit is the aluminum housing with all screws, two SMA connectors and the feed-through capacitor. First thing what you need to do is to prepare the LNA4ALL PCB by soldering the short piece of wire to the PCB, taking care not to extend the wire below the ground surface. Next step is to insert the PCB right side. You can see a notch just below the feed-through capacitor. The notch is there to prevent the short circuit to ground from the positive pole, and this is the proper way of inserting the PCB. So the PCB, it's inside, and the next step is screwing 4 small screws inside the box and tight the PCB for the ground. Now we have all 4 screws secured and we have a good connection to ground from the PCB ground, and we have a low possibility for the oscillations because the path of the ground from the SMA connector to the PCB is very short. The next step is to install the SMA connector, side type, and we use the Phillips screwdriver to do this job. The SMA should be centered over the center ground. So we screw the other SMA connector, and then we are ready to prepare the feed-through capacitor wire. Now when we have both SMA screwed in place, the next step is just to wrap the wire around the feed-through capacitor. And you can always remove the excess or cut the excess wire. Now we are ready for soldering. So we will solder the central pin, the other central pin, and the feed-through capacitor. If you are using the LNA4ALL with a bias T option like this one, you may not need to solder the feed-through capacitor. But this is handy. You can always connect the lead guide to see the power and to check the power if it's coming on the LNA. So now we will prepare and solder these 3 points. Soldering should be quite simple. So let's start with the feed-through capacitor. That's it. now with some SMA connector. That's also good. And we can clean the excess solder if there is present on the SMA connector. Now we can also check when the soldering is done if there is short from the positive pole to ground, and this is okay. And the next step is replacing back the cover. This is finished LNA4ALL, and to be sure what is input and output, we can mark the input and output SMA connector together with positive pole feed-through capacitor. And this is the final assembled unit. You can order one from Ratsa, email mentioned on my blog page. It's va3yp.raco@gmail.com, and the price is $36 US, shipping included. That's it. 984 Queen Victor, thank you.